If you're receiving royalties on oil and gas wells, congratulations, because you've practically won the lottery. Now you have a huge decision to make. How are you going to receive your winnings? Today, we're talking about how the decision to sell your mineral rights is just like taking the lump sum when you win the lottery. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of this video and we'll talk about which is better. Howdy folks, my name is Steven Hatcher and I'm the creator of Minerals Guy. I have over a decade of experience buying, selling, and developing oil and gas properties all across the country. My company acquires thousands of acres of mineral rights all across the country every single year by creating win-win solutions for mineral owners just like you. Owning producing mineral rights is like winning the lottery in more ways than one. First off, congratulations, because you're part of a select group of Americans that own oil and gas royalties, or as some people call it, mailbox money. Most likely, you executed an oil and gas lease at some point in the past, and an oil and gas company has drilled a well that includes your minerals. Oil and gas royalties are an awesome asset to own on your personal balance sheet, and they'll provide monthly cash flow to you for as long as that well continues to produce. But just as lottery winners have choices in how they receive their winnings, as a royalty owner, you have options as well. So let's say that you win the $500 million Powerball jackpot. You can get the full $500 million, but it's gonna be in monthly payments over 30 years. Or you can take $250 million today in a cash lump sum. And there's really not a bad answer. Whether you choose the annuity or the lump sum is totally up to you. It's different strokes for different folks. So if you're a royalty owner and you choose to hold your minerals forever, you're essentially choosing the 30-year annuity in the lottery. On the other hand, if you choose to sell your minerals, you can take a lump sum today and either invest it or have the freedom to do whatever you want with that cash. So you may be wondering, Steven, why is the lump sum lower? Well, for both the lottery and selling minerals, it's lower because of a financial concept called time value of money. So let me give you an example. What's better, $100 today or $100 a year from now? The answer is $100 today. Now, why is that? Because you can take that dollar and invest it. And at the end of the year, you're gonna have your $100, but you're also gonna have whatever you made off of your $100. So the amount that you receive in a lump sum is lower than if you wait 30 years to receive all of your royalty checks. But remember that $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow or 30 years from now. And by taking the lump sum, you have the ability to crystallize the amount of your royalties in a sum certain. And then you can reinvest that cash as you see fit. So how do you know if you should sell or you should hold? Well, it depends on what your needs are. A few months ago, I had the pleasure of working with a gentleman that owns substantial mineral interest in West Texas. 20 brand new wells had just been drilled on his property. He also had a financial background, so he understood this time value of money concept. And he asked me what I thought he should do. Should he sell it all, take the cash, and reinvest that capital back into safer assets? Should he sell a portion, or should he hold? I told him the truth, that there wasn't really a bad decision that he could make as long as he was working with a professional mineral buying shop. Either way, he was sitting in the catbird seat. But I did ask him a few questions for him to consider. I asked him what percentage of his net worth was made up of his oil and gas royalties. I told him that if his minerals made up more than 50% of his net worth, that he needed to seriously consider selling at least some portion. Oil and gas assets are great, but they are incredibly volatile. By selling all or some portion of his minerals, he could secure his family's future by investing that capital into more stable assets. On the other hand, I told him that if he could bear the risk, that the ups and downs of the oil and gas market weren't gonna impact his financial future, then sure, keep him. So what happened? He decided on the lump sum and he took the cash. So which is better? Do you hold forever or do you take the lump sum? The decision to sell or hold is really a personal one. It's all about what's important to you. But here are a few questions for you to consider. Are you planning on retiring anytime soon? Would you rather certainty in a fixed sum or an amount that fluctuates month to month? What is your risk tolerance? Are you more conservative or aggressive in how you invest? Is there something else that means more to you than ownership of oil and gas royalties? And finally, what percentage of your net worth is tied up in your minerals? If you own producing mineral rights, you've basically won the lottery. You are in the catbird seat, and what you do is completely up to you. But if you want to know the true value value of your minerals so that you can decide whether holding or selling is best for you, click the link below.